Hi, this is Mr. Capert. In this video, I'm going to do the next few steps in creating the top part, the green part of my maze. Now, in the last video, I showed you how to begin sketching out all of the green parts for my maze. Next step here is then to finish that sketch. And I'm going to zoom back a little bit using my mouse. Then I'm going to extrude. Make sure profile is chosen, and then choose everything that comes out at me. And I'm going to have to orbit using my center scroll wheel and the shift button. And notice this defaulted the 1 inch, which is way too much, 0.15. Enter. Now, a couple other things that we need to do here. There is that sunken part, if you remember right, that goes into the white. It's down low so that the ball bearing will go through. So I'm going to orbit around this and do a new sketch. Make sure you do it on the back side. Not absolutely critical, but it's nice. Now notice my grid isn't correct anymore. Anytime you do a new part, it changes, which when creating this video, I actually created a new part. You should still have the old part. I'm going to turn snap off. You probably won't need to do that. Finish the sketch. Then what I'm going to do is extrude. And we don't want it to go all the way through the part. We want it the same depth that we did on the white part when we did that cut. Hit OK. Then what you want to do is the text on mine. So a new sketch on the top here. You're going to then use text tool. I've done this before, so I'll go a little faster. Make sure you use the exact same text and the exact same size. That is critical. Got to be the same that you used on your other part. If it was bold, it should be bold. Enter. Then what I'm going to do is hit the escape button so I can move this approximately the right spot. Dimension, just like you did on the other part. And this should be 0.54. And then it should be from the top. It should be, yikes, come on. Sometimes this thing will mess up. That happens. Hit delete. I want it from the top here to the top there. I don't know why it malfunctioned. 0.1. So it should be in the exact same spot as it was in that white piece. Finish the sketch. I'm going to cut this through so that the white part can come through there. Choose my text, change it to cut, and we do want this to go all the way through here so that the white can come up and through the ridgewood. The last step, which is kind of a weird one, this has to do with how the print software works. You want to do one last sketch. You need to put a little leg on here or somewhere else on your maze here. In my case, I have this sunken part. If you don't have a sunken part, you want to do a sketch instead on the back side here, and you're going to extrude by 0.15. However, I do have this part that comes out. So I'm going to do a tiny, you might even want to go smaller than that. Really, really tiny leg that then you will extrude. And like I said, if you're going from the back, you have no depression like I do, you would do 0.15. Since I already have a depression of 0.1, all I need to do is 0.05. And now what this does is in the print software, we're going to trick it, and this will sit right up over top of the underpiece. Last step is to color this in. Highlight the whole thing, and then find the green or whatever color you want. Make sure that you're saving your work as you go as well. Please let me know if you have any